looks a little, all right. He's losing weight. He's a little heavy in the caboose, right? A little bit. It's okay, though. Nobody's bringing that out. Digs into the body, moved his head. That was one of his signature things. You know, he moved his head, make you miss, create an opening like I was talking about before. You know, he's decent speed. Speed is still there. You know, throwing with bad intentions. Putting his body into it, right? Swiveling into it, right? Putting his back into it, getting every ounce of himself into it, not just hitting the surface, going through the surface, right? Doing all that stuff. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You see anybody throw back at him, Ken?
Nope.
People, you say people overreacted a little bit? Overreacted a little bit? A little bit? Look, he looked the way he's always going to look. He's that kind of athlete. He's that kind of, even X amount of years later, at whatever age he's at, he's that kind of, you know, he's got that kind of DNA. I mean, it's like riding a bike to him. It's obviously his muscle memory. He knows how to do these things. He started doing them with us when he was 12.
He's 53 now, almost 54.
He was one of the best at it. You know, so doing it in that kind of atmosphere with no stress, you know, just doing an athletic move. Let me put it the way that I think is fair to put it. It would be like the great Henry Aaron, right? The great Henry Aaron, at the age that he's at, I think he's 86 years old. But even, let's go back. Let's say Henry Aaron at 76. Let's go back. Let's say Henry Aaron at 66. Whatever. You get the point. It's like him in a batting cage, and somebody took a video, and he's hitting the ball out in a batting cage. Oh! I don't think anybody's gonna go saying, "Oh, I want to see him against Verlander." I don't think anybody's gonna be going on this thing called the internet. Right, Ken? And putting stuff out there, which they put stuff out there, these nice people, right? These nice people. Maybe they get a little carried away with themselves, Ken. A little bit, maybe. Just a little bit. They get a little emotional, right? They get a little crazy. We all get a little crazy. Would they get crazy if the great Hank Aaron went into a batting cage at 86, 76, 66, and he was hitting home runs in a batting cage? Would they say, "Oh, if he wants next month, he can come back"?
Those are the words and Counterpunch of Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas has a successful podcast called The Fight. Okay, I will leave the link below. And of course, Teddy Atlas trained Mike Tyson for several years. And he was once a fighter turned trainer under Customato, like Mike Tyson was a fighter trained with Customato and with the help of Teddy Atlas. And he gave his take on it. And you can see Teddy Atlas is a guy that he's a no-nonsense guy. He's a very passionate guy, very emotional guy. He's the guy that loves the sport of boxing and hates it at the same time, like myself. You know, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. Okay? And he said, that he was a little, he had a little bit in the caboose, in the stomach area, right? But he was losing weight. The speed's still there. He's committing to his punches, right? He's throwing these punches with bad intentions. But was anybody throwing back? And if you know anything about Teddy Atlas is a person that, first of all, I feel, honestly, he's a pioneer trainer. He's a guy that is the guy of a guy. He was the guy of the guy. Okay? Customato was one of the first trainers, or one of the, he was in there. He's the classic. historic Hall of Fame trainers. Teddy Atlas is from that class, was from that school, was a fighter that known the knowledge that was poured into him from Customado to be a fighter and then a trainer. You know, he's known to be a better trainer than a fighter, for sure. But he has the fighting spirit in him. So he knows both sides. Okay? Now, with Teddy Atlas, I feel that, and I like Teddy Atlas. I like him and I respect him for being who he is. He even got emotional in there when he seen Mike Tyson commit to the punches because he seen what he saw when he was training Mike, along with Customado right there. They seen what this guy can do. He admitted that this guy was one of the best that they've trained, him and Customado. Okay? He was like what you call in Japanese mythology, Japanese terms, you call a kohai, the junior man, and a senpai, the senior man. You know, these guys, you know, as Teddy Atlas would being the kohai trainer, the junior trainer, seeing along with the senpai, the senior trainer with Customado, looking at Mike Tyson being one of the most premier students. And he's seen a lot of that, right? And what he saw was enough to get him hyped like Teddy Atlas does. Teddy Atlas gets hyped, you know? And he's seen what Mike Tyson was doing at the age of 53 or whatever age he was, because he didn't keep count. In fact, he is 10 years younger than Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas was a lot older than Mike Tyson. Okay, so he was the guy that was with Mike and helped Mike. And what people don't understand about Teddy Atlas and Mike Tyson, you know what? Let me stop right there. Let me continue. He seen what he could do, but then he asked the question, did he fight? Did he throw anything back? Did he throw anything back with this guy? Or with this? No, he didn't. Because he knows, he's been in the trenches with Mike Tyson. He knows what his inner demons are. He knows what it's like for someone to apply pressure like Evander Holyfield. He knows these type of things. And the one person that does want to fight him is Evander Holyfield for the third time. Regardless of his damage that he's taken in the ring and his punch drunk, you know, syndrome and the things that he's going through, he wants to fight Mike. But look, Mike Tyson is a person that's always going to be viewed. Like Teddy Atlas said, he's always going to have that physicality. He's always going to be fast. He's always going to be this. But what Teddy Atlas is counterpunching is, will he be able to take what's coming back at him? He can be a destructive machine, right? And he could bring that fight to someone. But can he take it? Can he take it back? Right? He can give it, but can he take it? That's what Teddy Atlas was saying. His counterpunch on that is, yes, I'm impressed, but he's always going to have the physicality. He's just genetically built to do what he did. He known him since he was 11, 12 years old. He knows what this guy's going to do. He knows what he can do, even at the age. And like he compared it to other sports, like Hank Aaron. You're going to be surprised if Hank Aaron can still do a successful this, a successful that, when it comes to, you know, pitching, right? You know, or batting you know, whatever, right? And it makes sense for Teddy Atlas. It does. But let me counterpunch Teddy Atlas. This is what I'm getting at. Teddy Atlas is a person that I think, despite him loving the sport, despite his history with Mike Tyson, despite him being that person that's passionate, I think he is passionate about a lot of things. And he's passionate about his family. And he was passionate of what Mike Tyson did personally to a family member of Teddy Atlas. You know, even though Mike Tyson apologized to Teddy Atlas, he came to Teddy Atlas, he apologized to him. Look, what you guys don't know, the history between Teddy Atlas and Mike Tyson is bar none. If you don't know it, Google that shit. No, just kidding. No, Mike Tyson was getting fresh with Teddy Atlas's niece. Teddy Atlas lost it. Teddy Atlas had a bad temper. He let his temper. You can see the way he reacts, and his mood, his mindset. He's a guy that he can lose it at times, and that's what he did. He put a gun to Mike Tyson's head, right? And Customato found out about the altercation, and he kicked Teddy Atlas out of the camp. Okay, long story short, now Teddy Atlas has said things about Mike, and it's always been a debate where the question leads to, okay, is he saying this about Mike Tyson because of how Mike Tyson truly is, or how he truly dislikes Mike Tyson? And then because he doesn't like Mike Tyson, he will say these things. I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. I think that Teddy Atlas tries to look at Mike as a person without a personal vendetta against. But it's hard to let go when someone done something to your family member. That's your niece. That's your niece. That's your brother or sister's child. So it's hard to say that he can or not. Because I've been in situations, and you got to ask yourself, if you had someone that could do something exceptionally well, would you look at that person the same if that person has done something personally to your niece or nephew or your intermediate family? So those are the things you really have to put into play when you listen to Teddy Atlas. So really it's a toss-up. Not saying his assessment is bullshit. It's just like saying yeah, I saw that already, but then again, was somebody punching him back? I question his heart. But then again, Teddy Atlas wasn't there to coach Mike because Mike violated his family member. And because he violated his family member, Teddy Atlas wasn't there to be that person that he was, to be that primary sub-coach, right? That co-high, so to speak, to help Mike. He was never that person. So that's what I think about. I think of, Teddy Atlas saying this about Mike Tyson, but then Customato wasn't there, but then the people that was there for him wasn't there. He got rid of everyone that knew who Mike was. And Teddy Atlas was a guy that knew who Mike was, that knew that, hey, he knew his insecurities. He knew this was a child, okay? Mike Tyson, he came to Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson was 12 years old, okay? Teddy Atlas was, 24? Right? So it was a thing of that, and Teddy Atlas had to be there for him physically, mentally, and emotionally. I've seen documentaries when Mike just broke down, okay? And Teddy Atlas was there for him. So when you become that close to somebody, it's hard to really say, hey, this person looks okay. Not saying that he was saying what was wrong about his assessment, but it's hard to separate how he really feels. Can he make a proper comeback at 53 versus can he do that because I have a problem with him personally? So it's hard to differentiate. It's one of those things where if something becomes too close for you to actually be an official judge. That's what I'm saying about Teddy Atlas. But what he did say makes sense because nobody was punching back. That was right. So it does question, what is he going to do when somebody is coming back at him? That's the question. Okay? So I know what Teddy Atlas is saying, but I base that on where is it truly, honestly coming from. But that's my counterpunch on that. You guys let me know what you think about Teddy Atlas's comments, the former trainer of Mike Tyson. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.